Hello, beautiful friends. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a ride or die part of KKC, welcome back. I love you guys. Okay, so I'm in a little bit of a loopy mood right now. I don't know. One minute I'm crying. The next minute I'm laughing. I can't win. Anyways, I have had an interesting, I'm going to say, past almost, no. I'm going to say I've had an interesting the past 15 hours maybe. We'll get into that in a second. So, we are having Wendy's. And they gave me these little cup things so I can put some ketchup in there. Ooh. This is not what I wanted. I wanted KFC. But it is what it is. Yes, I'm wearing my pajama sweater. Don't judge me. I'm still in my pajamas. I have been all day. Whatever. That is a ginormous pop. Okay. And I got a little side mayo. Ooh. That's so fancy. So, I'm hungry. I haven't ate all day. And it's now 9 o'clock at night. I got the home style chicken. There's tomato, mayo, lettuce, chicken on a bun. And I got fries. So, we're just gonna eat and chat, like we always do. So I've been surfing YouTube, and I stumbled across channels that do like pick a card, tarot card readings. I respect those that don't believe in all that. I personally firmly believe. I do. I've had too many experiences. We'll get into those another time. I love ketchup. I've had too many experiences where things have been told to me through psychic mediums, through tarot card readings, through my own personal deja vu, see things happen before they happen. I've experienced too many things like that for me not to believe. Same with the paranormal. Some people believe it, some don't. I am a huge believer because I've witnessed things in my own home. We'll get into that another time. So, I stumbled across some videos of tarot card readings. It's obviously pre-recorded. And they've got piles of cards. And they want you to choose a pile. And basically, don't choose with looking at, like, don't let what you see determine which pile you choose. They want you to choose based on your feeling, your intuition, your gut feeling. There was one girl said, like, if you, like, pause the video, kind of meditate over the piles of cards, yada yada, whatever. But try not to choose the pile based on just looking at them. And so I was aware of this technique before she even mentioned, like, how to properly channel in which pile you should choose. Like, which pile is technically choosing you. So I, like, you know, deep cleansing breath, felt which pile was connected to me. I think there was 4 piles to choose from. I chose the second pile. Whoa. Let's get a bite of this burger. Mmm. It doesn't look very saucy. Let's add some ketchup to it. Nothing worse than a dry burger. Ooh. Mmm. Okay. And you know how I was saying, like, that I was going through a very difficult transition in my life? I lost a friend of 20 plus years. She didn't pass away. She cut me out of her life. She's mad at me for whatever she's going through. She just chose to cut me out, cut me off. I don't wish anything negative upon her. I don't hate her. I don't want to cry. I'm trying my damnedest not to. But, so I'm going through a lot. It feels like I'm mourning a death. That's what it feels like. I'm really trying to keep it together, guys. So, as this lady starts speaking on the pile number 2 of these tarot cards, she legit spoke every single thing that I'm experiencing and going through right now. And I've been going through this with this off and on. One minute my friend's like super pissed at me for... It's like I couldn't do anything right. I couldn't do anything to please her. And she's not used to me saying no. Or like... I don't really understand. I don't fully understand. But I just left a huge message to her. Excuse me. Basically, you know, just saying like, I don't really fully understand what is going on. Like, why all of a sudden you just unfriend me on Facebook and just Like, I thought things were fine. She sat right here in my bedroom with me. I thought we were going to talk things out. And when I was starting to talk about things, she shut down. She didn't have anything to say. And I didn't understand that, because she had plenty to say, you know. And she's endured a lot, and I get that, and I understand. I know you guys don't really know me, but I think it's pretty obvious. I'm a very caring individual when it comes to people I love. I mean, I know, like, she's went through a lot with her health, and, you know, she's feeling some type of way. You know, no, I didn't visit her in the hospital as much as I would have liked to while she was going through her medical things. I'm not going to get into details in respect for her. I'm never going to mention her name. I'm just speaking about how this is all making me feel. But at the same time, I don't drive. It's not like I can just get up and go. I have priorities. I'm a mom. My other best friend drove me to another city to visit her in the hospital, because she had to go to another hospital. There was, like, certain care she had to be sent to another hospital. And anyways, so I didn't ask. I'm not one to ask for things, ask people for stuff. I hate it. I'll suffer in silence before I ask. I just hate the fact that she trashed me. She drug me through the fucking dirt like I was nothing. I never once said anything out of context, anything about her in a negative way. But my other best friend offered to drive me to the next city to visit her. I didn't ask. She offered. So, you know, we drove an hour away to, you know, for me to go see her. You know, I don't know what she was possibly expecting from me. Excuse me. Like, I know, like, she's got a lot of kids. She needs help with help with her children while she's going through her medical things. I get that. You know, and she's got sisters and a mother and a father and her children's father to help with that. Like, I don't know what and this is what sucks, is I'm sitting here and now questioning, like, am I a horrible person? Like, could I have visited her more? Absolutely. I wanted to be able to. But I can't, you know, and I'm not. Sorry. You know, so I just said to her in the message, I sent this several months ago, I said, I have no clue what is going on. But I just want you to know that I still view you as my best friend. You know, and I said, I'm just confused. I don't know what is going on. Like, I thought we were gonna, you know, move forward. And, like, I mean, if she knew me at all, the 20 plus years we've been friends, if she knew me at all, she would know I would never do anything intentionally to hurt or harm someone. That's not my style. But I just basically told her, I'm sorry you're feeling whatever way you're feeling. All I can do is give you your space, you know, and hope that someday we can grab a coffee and talk about this. Her and I are Harry. Her nickname is Harry, and I'm Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber. And I just told her, I said, you know, there's no Lloyd without Harry. You know, and I just told her I was confused. I thought, you know, we kind of mended things. Like, you know, there was one situation, she just called me and kind of expected a lot. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I should or if I'm ready to vent, like, my points as to, you know, like, she had called me from the hospital and wanted me to come and help her with something, but I was, like, kind of taken back by that request, and you know, thinking to myself, like, you're in the hospital, like, if you need this done, you know, the nurses are gonna do that. You know, they're gonna do what they need to do to prep you for a procedure or, you know, whatever. Like, you know, I was kind of taken back, and I was literally in the midst of walking out the door to go pick up a bunch of stuff my son needed. He was going away for summer camp. This was not the summer that just went by, the following summer. So all of this has been going on for quite a while. It just seemed like nothing I was doing was good enough for her. You know, she got pissed off because I said no, that I couldn't come to the hospital to help her with whatever. And I'm thinking, like, you have two sisters and your boyfriend / husband, common law, whatever. And it's like, I don't know. And it just seemed like she was just, like, expecting so much from me, I guess. And she never really sat down and talked to me. Like, once she was, like, you know, on the road to recovery and out of the hospital, like, we had opportunity to sit and talk, and for her to speak her feelings and me listen, and vice versa. But that didn't happen. I tried, and she talked about bringing her kids over to play with John. She talked about taking me to her church some Sunday, to cutting me out completely. I don't know. I don't understand. And all I keep doing is praying for her. and wondering how she's doing, if she, you know. Well, we only managed to get one bite of this burger. I don't even have like an appetite right now. Like, no matter what, every relationship, whether it be friendship, your family, your you know, your spouse, communication is important. And if you can't sit and talk about things, like, I'm devastated. I mean, it would have been one thing for us to have sat down, talked it out, her still be hurt, beyond hurt and pissed off. Like, I get it, okay? I completely understand about being hurt and angry that people didn't come and visit you that much in the hospital. I spent 2 months in the hospital after giving birth to my son. I was not in the hospital as long as she was with her medical things, but I know what it's like to be stuck in the hospital. People come and visit you, and then having to like cry and feel like shit because they get to leave and you're stuck there. You're in like isolation. You know, your room's all quarantined off, isolated, you know, to make sure you don't get any further infection. Like, I was sick, like, really, really sick, blood transfusions. We'll get into all that in another talk. But I never, ever, ever once resented someone because they didn't visit me much. I would have loved to have my boyfriend there with me 24/7, but I knew that was not possible. He had to take care of our son and go to work. I had my best friends, her, busy with their lives and their families. I understood that. I don't know if it was she was so dependent, so reliant on me. I was her go-to for everything. She had a problem, she'd call me. She'd come and sit in my driveway. We'd be smoking whatever and talk for hours. Go grab coffee, talk for hours. Like, and she'd talk about her, like, vent about her life and relationship stuff. And, like, I was like her therapist. I was her counselor. And I don't, like, I wish I understood. But I mean, that's all I can do is give her the space. And a part of me, I wish I had have put in the message that I'm not going to chase her. I'm not. I'm going to grieve this. I'm going to get through this. And all I can do is pray for her and wish her well. And that is what I've done every single day. You know, and like I said, she has been through a lot. She's endured a lot. I don't wish that on anyone. She's legit been through a shit ton of stuff medically. And, you know, but she has a few times over the years said some hurtful things, like, you know, just, you know, the lack of compassion, the, you know, like, kind of unfiltered, like, constant comment of, anything I would say, like, that was, like, about me, like, medically, well, maybe that's why you can't have babies. Like, she wouldn't say it, like, snappy or nasty, but the fact that she would say that to me, you know what I mean? Like, it was, like, little things like that. And, I mean, back in high school, my mom asked me all the time, she'd say, Brenda Lee, I don't know why you're friends with her. I don't understand why you're friends with her. But, I mean, I'm not going to chase her, and I'm not going to beg her to be in my life. I know in my heart I did nothing wrong. I've admitted that I wish I could have visited her more. I wish I could have been there more. But realistically, I couldn't. You know? And when you're that sick and trying to heal, like, honestly, this is just my opinion. Because I went through it. I was really, really sick. You know, after I had John. And I'm not comparing my situation to hers at all. Don't think that's what I'm just saying. Like, I'm not one to compare someone else's pain or suffering to mine. I'm just trying to make a point. Like, I know what it's like to be really sick and not sure if you're going to survive. Legit, I thought I was going to die. And all I know is that I know who I am as a person. But it's just really shitty when you're in a situation that makes you question you. Makes you question yourself. And, like, start you know, questioning, like, you know, am I a bad person? Am I, like, a shitty friend? And, you know, the way that she drugged me, and then she even drugged my other best friend into it. And said some pretty nasty things, like, you know, saying that I never invited her to do anything. Anytime I did, she always said no. And I'm not one to make plans. I'm not one to ask people to go and do, because I don't drive. And I'm old-fashioned. If I ask you and say, hey, do you want to get together for lunch? I think I should be the one to come and get you, or at least we meet somewhere, and I'm buying you lunch. I asked you to lunch. That's just my thought process. That's just the way that I am. But I don't ask people to do things because I don't drive. I have to rely on other people. Like my boyfriend to drive me, or my dad to drive me, like... All I know is I need to push through this, figure this out, and move on with my life. And I think, like, talking about this is going to help. I've been considering looking into some counseling for myself, because this has been a pretty hard one, guys. Because her and I always joked that we were going to be like old grannies sitting on our porch smoking weed. Like, we always made like silly jokes like that. We'd be sitting on rocking chairs on our front porch smoking weed and talking shit about our husbands. I don't know. I don't freaking know. Anyways, I'm going to end this video here, calm myself down, let this cry face go away, and I'm gonna be back to film this. I'm gonna have to warm my food up, but whatever. It is what it is. Anyways, I'm gonna post this video as it is. No friggin' editing. I think I just needed to speak about this, and I know my mom's probably tired of it. My mom's probably tired of hearing about it. And my best friend's probably tired of hearing about it. And, but yeah. And I will say it again, I wish no harm to her. I don't hate her. I pray for her. And I love her still, and I will. She's, I don't know. Anyways, I will talk to you guys soon. Deuces.